Okay, hello everyone. I hope this time it will work. So here we are gathering. So I see Callie is here. Let me just request that she join. Uh, Money Blocks releasing from Callie today. We're all gonna do a somatic practice together, and then we're gonna go deeper into the release. Callie, welcome back.
Hi. I'm not sure what was going on there. It was very strange.
It never happened to me before, so I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna wait.
I kept joining again, and then it would be on this like loop, and I would hear what you'd said before. It's very strange, but I'm here now.
Glitch in the matrix.
Yeah.
We're in a simulation. It's happening.
It is Mercury retrograde as well, so
Oh, now it makes sense. Okay, I forgot it's Mercury. Okay, yeah, it makes sense now.
yeah.
So, Kelly, please tell us who you are, what do you do, who do you serve, and how do you serve the awesome people that you work with?
Yeah, so I do a lot of things, but my main thing that I do is I'm a life coach. So I've done it now for about 5 years, and I help people with many different things in many different stages of their life, but the undercurrent of what I help people with the most is like their relationship with themselves, their self-love, their mindset, working with their inner child, looking at past hurt, like basically freeing themselves from things that have kept them stuck before so that they can live their best life.
Mm-hmm.
And I do my very own unique way of working, which kind of integrates like many different things together. So it's like spiritual, energetic, working with NLP, somatic release therapy, working with the inner child, release work, lots of things. So yeah, that's the main thing.
Awesome.
I also
Awesome.
do other things like retreats and sound healing and meditation and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So if there was one big problem that most of your clients come to you to have a solution or help them resolve it, what would that be?
I think a lot of people that come to me are like people pleasers, which is what I used to be. And a lot of them struggle with like their body image, which I also used to struggle with as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say the problem that I help people solve the most is finally connecting to themselves and like valuing themselves, making themselves a priority and stop putting everyone else before them so that they can actually truly live.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. See, next time you can start with this because this is very clear and compelling. Like everybody who has this issue can be like, "Oh my God, Callie's my girl. I need to
Hmm.
follow her and see
Yeah.
how can she help me?" Because let's be honest, like a lot of people are people pleasers in different ways. Like I think we all are in a particular way or a particular area of our lives. Like we can be with our families or we can be with everybody else or we can like there's something. And again, body image, come on, like again, who doesn't have that? I Me and my husband sometimes we look at old pictures of ourselves and we're like, oh my God, we used to look so good. And we remember the thoughts we used to have about our bodies. We like, oh my God, I need to do this and that. Like it was never good enough. We never appreciated our bodies. And now we're looking back, why did I think I was ugly or why did I think I was not, fit enough or skinny enough? I'm like, I looked amazing.
Yeah. It's
You
always
know?
about the mindset,
Hmm.
never about the size or the shape or anything like that. It's always about the mindset.
Yeah. And a lot of trauma work, which you probably also kind of deal with when you're working with your clients, because that's why we don't see each other and we don't, because if we would love each other more, would have more
Hmm.
compassion for ourselves and accept where we are as we are working towards getting better, fitter, healthier, whatever it is.
Hmm.
So, awesome. And what brings you here today? Meaning, if there was one fear connected to money, to making money, receiving money, maintaining money, anything to do with money or scarcity that's active in you. So, in order for what I've noticed, and that's why I want to be specific, we all have tons of fears around anything, especially money. But in order for our life, our reality to shift and for us to observe it pretty fast, maybe hours or days or a week or two max, we need to work on something that's really active in us right now. Not
Hmm.
something that we have, but it doesn't bother us. Like if it doesn't bother you now, you're not going to see your reality shifting, even though it will, but it's not going to be in your, forefront. But it's just like a wound, like if you have something that's, right now it's oozing blood or something, trust me, if you heal that, you're going to know. But if you have something that's very old, doesn't bother you, even if it's healed, you're not going to notice it because you forgot it existed. So
Yeah.
that's why I want people that I do releases on, because I want them to see the reality shifting, to be aware so they can create from that awareness. I want them to pick something that's active right now, maybe something that you were triggered in the past day, week, month. It's like, okay, if I release this, then I'm gonna already see, a step forward. I'm gonna have my reality shift, whatever it is. And I
Hmm.
truly believe that this is how we should live life. We should not work on things that don't bother us. Like
Yeah.
allow them to bother you, and then you can work on them.
Yeah.
So what would be in your case? What would be that fear or that worry?
If we're speaking about money,
Mm,
I think some a fear that I've kind of got is I feel like my potential, and it's something I speak about quite a lot. Is like sometimes I feel the pressure of my potential. It's like I know how successful I will be, and
mm-hmm,
like all the things I want to be in my life. And sometimes there's a bit of a gap between where I am now and where I see myself being. So I'd say that's the biggest thing. And it's like where I am right now is amazing and it's successful in a lot of ways, but it's nowhere near the success that I want. It's nowhere near the success that I feel for myself. So I would say that that's the biggest thing. So if you were to ask me what that would be in a fear, I guess it would maybe be like, am I ever going to reach that potential?
mm. I'm just writing notes, that's
And I
why.
think underneath that, like if you go deeper down, it's kind of like, am I ever going to be truly fulfilled? Am I ever going to be truly happy? Because it's like, I am someone who finds so much joy in small, simple things and is very grateful in life, but I also always feel like there's more. Like, not with everything, not with like relationships and things like that. Like I love my people and my relationships, but in life, like I'm like, I just want to squeeze the most out of life. I want to be the happiest I can be. I want to be the most fulfilled I can be. I know I won't be happy all the time, but like living my best life that I could possibly live,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And
basically.
that's a great thing. Why is it though? So what you're saying, I think we all want that, or if we don't, we should all want that, right? Because that's why we're here. We're here to explore, to create, to be, to become. It's like always, you're never enough, and you're always enough just as you are. So there are two contradictions that are true at the same time, because you're always expanding, and at the same time, you're enough as you are for who you are today and what you know today. That's enough.
Hmm.
But the problem comes when there's a pressure or there's a fear, like from a scarcity, like, am I living my best life right now? And if not, why not? And there's constantly this worry or insecurity or anxiety, maybe. Anxiety would be maybe the word. It's like doubt. Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I doing everything that I'm supposed to in order for me to be the happiest, healthiest, most fulfilled, most successful, most whatever? Is that what you're saying?
Probably a little bit, yeah. I feel like it's like a bit of noise in the mind, which I think is useful because it's what makes me very ambitious and very determined.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me do things that other people don't.
Like what? Give us an example.
Well, like starting a business like this,
Mm-hmm.
and lots of other things like going traveling on my own, like to the other side of the world for 6 months, like many things. Like I'm the kind of person who thinks about things that maybe not everyone thinks about, or if they do, they maybe don't action them. I'm like an
Mm-hmm.
action taker.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's useful, but I do think that it is quite like it's a bit overwhelming sometimes, and it can be quite
Mm-hmm.
noisy sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So coming back to connecting this to the gap, like where I am, let's talk
Mhm.
about money. That's the money part here. the money that I'm making today compared to the money that I know I can be making or I know I will be making sometime in the future, right?
Hmm.
So when you think about this gap that you're in right now, what emotions come over you? Like why, let's say, why are you not there yet? If you were to like,
I think when I think about the gap, I would feel frustrated.
mm-hmm,
And yeah, probably a little bit impatient, like a little bit impatient with myself and my journey because I feel like I do the things that should get me there, but I know that I'm not doing all the things that I should do. Um, but like probably like a little bit of impatience, like I just want to be there now.
why? What would that give you right now? If you right now would be there, what how would your life change or what would it give you on an emotional level?
Mm. I think that it would help me to feel secure and like relaxed and free. But then the paradox is that even right now, when I am in exactly where I want to be financially, I still feel very free and relaxed.
Hmm. So then,
I guess it would give me more like a sense of accomplishment.
hmm,
And the thing is that I already feel very accomplished by what I do, and I already know I'm successful by the people that I help. It's like astronomical how much it helps them. But I just want it to be more. I want things to flow more easily with like getting new clients, it all just to flow more. So I think I want to not have to think about it. I want it to just flow without me having to think about it.
hmm,
I want to feel like I know that everything's covered. So I guess, yeah, just kind of like certainty.
hmm, would that mean consistency?
Yeah, consistency is something that I struggle with.
Hmm,
I'm a very like creative, like
hmm,
artistic person, flowy, and I without, labeling myself with a limit here, I do kind of struggle a little bit with consistency. So yeah, that would
hmm.
be good. Consistency.
I'm curious, what human design are you?
I'm a manifesting generator.
Oh, okay.
And I always get mixed up between the two. I always think I'm a 2/6, but I think I'm a 4/6, I think. Yeah.
I'm a 6 too.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm not an expert in this, but I'm usually I ask because it matters with especially with consistency. It matters to see like how do people, for
Hmm.
example, I'm a projector, so for me consistency was a problem because I'm not wired to be consistent. However, you can still be consistent. It's just a matter of creating systems and creating SOPs that you don't have to think. Because you said something very interesting. You don't want to have to think. And that comes from making so many decisions throughout the day. Like we have to decide what do we eat and what do we get dressed with and talk to and do content. Like there's so many decisions and we all get decision fatigue. So
Hmm.
we just want things to just move, just and then you get the results. Just like if you would know that if you do the same exercise at the gym every day and you get six pack in 6 weeks, you would just go and do it without having to, does this work? Should I do it
Hmm.
today? Maybe I should do it tomorrow. And then 2 days I cannot do it. Then you're gonna doubt everything. So it's just so much mental chatter and mental power that
Hmm.
we can avoid using and use it for something else. So is that something that maybe you're craving?
Yeah, so I think it would be that I wouldn't want to think about the boring stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd want to not have to think about the boring, like the marketing and the, admin and all those kind of boring things because I want to like have the free mental space to think about the things I enjoy thinking about, which is like living my life, being present, being creative, working with clients, like doing fun things, eating nice foods, like whatever it is, like I
Mm-hmm.
want to think about those things and not the things that I don't want to think about.
I understand. And it's very valid. I wanted that for the majority of my business. And actually, it's interesting how we're having this conversation now because last week I was challenged a little bit to think about my relationship with my business. And when I looked at, if my business was a person, so it was a man, it was, how would our relationship be? And if I were honest, I was like a very ungrateful brat
Mm,
because I only want to take, and only do what I wanted. Like I didn't want to deal with all the other things in a relationship, the give and receive. I just wanted to receive and just do my part, like my little part that I enjoy doing the most. But in any relationship, we know that there's compromises, right? You learn to do things that, for example, my husband loves football. I was never a sports fan in any category or anything, but because I love him, I did it for him. Like I would watch certain, matches with him or whatever, and I started learning the players. And now, oh my God, I'm not gonna exaggerate, but I know more football than most men out there because and it's not, now I enjoy it too. It's not like I'm gonna be a biggest football fan, but 2 years ago, I would have never seen myself someone that enjoys that. But I started because I loved my husband, and it made him happy. I wanted to be in the same with him. So when we look at our business, there are parts of our business that maybe right now we don't enjoy, which you said marketing or parts of marketing or admin. But if you love your business, you can find ways to enjoy those and be grateful for those. And it's not going to happen just like that. Of course, it'll happen in 2 days, but it grows on you. You find things that you enjoy. I
mm-hmm,
used to be the same with content. I constantly said for years, I'm not good at content. I just don't want to create content. I had people to create content for me. Like I would write it, but I didn't want to edit it. I did like posting it, not forgetting at what time. Like to me, that was like such a waste of my energy. And I
mm-hmm,
just wanted someone to take my notes from my journaling and create the reels and carousels. And I don't have to, like that's what I wanted. And now I post twice a day, and it's so much faster and so much easier that I still cannot believe it. But it took me a lot of time to just first do the work on understanding that it's a privilege that I get to do that for a living, even if it's not my expertise. I don't teach social media or anything like that. I teach money blocks releases, but I get to express myself for a living.
mm-hmm.
Like, and once we see that, like this is the mindset work part, we get to be more grateful. Just like I'm grateful I have a husband. Yes, he loves football. Yes, I would had nothing to do with that, but I'm so grateful that I have him. So I'm gonna support him with that football.
Mm-hmm.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, definitely. I know it's the same with money as well. It's like most people's relationship with money is very like ungrateful and one-sided.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have enough money, and then they don't appreciate the money that they do have, and it's all about becoming more grateful and more like of a collaboration.
Exactly. So coming back to you and the money fears, that you would like things to be more consistent, you to be more consistent, or things to be more consistent. So if we were to nitpick to get one small thing that's right now annoying you or making you be frustrated around money and consistency, what is that? Is that not consistent income or I don't know, consistent something?
Yeah, I think it would probably be that my income, it's not like stable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not at the moment like when I worked for someone else. You know, when I used to do a corporate job, um, and I don't miss that, like obviously, and I do feel really grateful that like I do what I do, and I'm so glad that I was brave enough to take that leap, which is
Mm-hmm.
scary and that like is hard to do. But yeah, I think if you were to say like what is it that I find like annoying right now is that it's not as much as I would like it to be at the moment, and it's not as consistent and stable
Mm-hmm.
as I would like it to be at the moment.
Awesome, because that's exactly what I work with. So you just pinpoint my biggest problem that I solve. Okay,
Perfect.
so now let's choose one reason why that happens. Why do you think your income is not consistent?
Because I'm not consistent.
With what? What are you not
I
doing consistently?
I don't post enough content and I don't market myself enough. I don't advertise myself enough. So then not enough people know about what I do.
Okay. Why don't you?
I think it's a couple of things. One thing, I kind of rebel a little bit subconsciously against routine.
Hmm.
Like obviously I have some routines and I think a bit of routine can be obviously beneficial for me, but I don't I think I kind of rebel about against having to do the same thing all the time. I'm kind of
Why?
like
Why do you think that's a problem?
think I find it boring.
Hmm.
I don't find it boring when I actually talk about things on my content that I like, which is what I do, but the thought of having to do something, I don't like
Hmm.
to have to do something. I
Hmm.
want to do it because I want to do it.
And since you're your own boss, who
Hmm.
makes you do it?
No one, and that's the problem.
But if there was be someone, if there would be someone, you would hate them because you still wouldn't do it because you don't want like to be told what to do.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that couldn't be a problem because you would still not like it.
I think when I used to work for corporate jobs, obviously I wouldn't love, the things that I needed to do, but it was just more simple. Like I just would show up at that time, I'd know what I was doing, and I would do it. Whereas when it's up to me, it's so much more
Hmm.
open that I get a bit
Hmm.
lost sometimes. But
Hmm.
I think also something else that you touched on before is it's that kind of like, is this working?
Hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
and then that kind of like makes you think, well, is there a point of me taking up so much like energy doing this
Hmm.
consistently if it's not always working? You want
Oh,
to see like a
yes.
really fast result, which isn't always the way it goes.
Yes, you want that's where you said I want certainty. That's what the certainty need comes from because if you knew that whatever you're supposed to do, whatever you're doing is working, it's just a matter of time, you would just do it.
Hmm.
You would just do it, and that's it. But because we don't, nobody, like not even like let's if we take social media for example, not even the people who teach social media and they're experts don't have certainty that their posts work.
Hmm.
They also have, fails, quote unquote. You just do until you get better or you figure something out, or and you never know exactly what it even like Mr. Beast, I think, said many times that I mean now after so like he does so much content, of course he kind of knows what things work, but a lot of the times he was surprised by certain things that work that he didn't expect it, and things that he was sure is gonna work didn't work, certain posts or certain things. Why? Because in the end, you don't really know. You just do it long enough and you trust that it doesn't matter if one or two or five or 10 flop, you're still going to get the result that you want inevitably.
Hmm.
And I think, and here's where we all need support. And I don't mean support necessarily from you need a social media expert, you need this, and like you don't necessarily need a whole team, but someone to be with you on the way. So when you doubt yourself, you can borrow their confidence, like a coach, right? So when you're like, oh, I don't know if it's working, and they can look at and see if there's anything you can improve, then yes, you can improve. If not, they can just be there, just keep on doing it and look at the data. So this is what I tell my clients too. Do it for a month and then look at data.
Hmm.
Post every day for a month and look at data. You will see what post worked and what didn't, and then do more of what worked. Or look at that at times, what times work the best. Or there's impossible not to get data if you do that. It's literally impossible. But sometimes when we're just ourselves, like we don't have a coach, we don't have like someone to kind not control us, but someone to be there with us, we are afraid to even do this kind of experiments because we
Hmm.
feel we're wasting too much energy, and what if it's pointless, like I better not do anything, and then I feel bad because I should be doing, like I'm not giving my all because I'm afraid it's not going to work, but then I don't get the result that I want, and then I blame myself for not giving it my all. And it's like a loop, it's
Hmm.
always this loop. But somehow this we're feeling in control here. Because if we would give it our all and it didn't work, then that disappointment is much worse than us
Hmm.
not doing our best and not getting the
Hmm.
results that we want. Because at least we feel in control. It's like, well, if I would give my best, I would get the results.
Hmm.
So the fear of disappointment here, the fear of our dream not being possible.
Mm.
And that's why we don't do our best, because if we get the result, like the not the result, but the answer back from life, from universe is bad, then it's like we build this image, this dream in our head that it's not actually compatible with our reality. So then our life is over, kind of. But we don't
Mm.
want that. So because
Mhm.
we don't have the certainty that our dreams and our future is actually for sure is gonna happen one day, we don't do our best. We don't give it our all. We just play small and then hope we're gonna play bigger as time
Mhm.
goes by.
Yeah, it's a subconscious thing. It's a subconscious, like, little bit of self-sabotage. Because
Mhm.
if you self-sabotage it, then no one else can.
Exactly. Exactly. You leave before they leave you, or something like that, right?
Mm.
Because you know, inevitable, the relationship is gonna be broken. So why wait?
Mm. And it's
But
like,
if
I believe that all the success is coming to me, but there's obviously like a little part of me subconsciously that doesn't.
Mm.
And that's what stops it.
So if we were to look at this part, why do you think she doesn't believe yet?
I think it's just like there has been evidence of it. And like I've seen that when I post more, I get more clients, which like makes it really simple. But I think the part of me that maybe like still struggles to believe like all the success and stuff like that, it's maybe a conditioned part of me, because it's like it's quite different to like what the majority of people do, and it's different to what our previous generations have done. Like they would go and they would work in factories or whatever, and now people work in offices, and that's what like so much people do. They do a job, so there is probably that conditioned part of me that feels like if you break away from that stability, like
Mhm.
you're gonna fail, probably.
Mhm.
And I think it's a little bit of like just not seeing enough evidence yet to fully believe it, even though I am doing this and
Mhm.
I've seen like the evidence of the work that I do. Like people tell me, that their lives have changed from working with me all the time and thank me so much and it brings me so much joy and I just get better and better at what I do, and like there is evidence there. There's
Mhm.
evidence that I can make a living from this and this could be my career, but I think there's just like that little part that's never seen that much like financial success,
Mhm.
that it doesn't feel like it's like part of me thinks it's not possible for me, even though another part
Mhm.
of me knows it is.
Mhm. Mhm. And sometimes what I noticed, that part that doesn't believe yet has to do with capacity. So
Mm,
that part is actually trying to protect you
mm-hmm,
because she believes that if you do get there, something or more than one thing will break.
mm,
Maybe you're not going to take care of your health or relationships, or you're going to work too much, or you're going to burn out, or you're not going to have as much freedom or as much joy because you're going to work too much. So, no more freedom to do whatever you want whenever you want to. So,
mm-hmm,
usually that's what I noticed. Like, it's usually a lack of capacity. So, when I do a test, where we measure somehow with your capacity, because a lot of women, all the women in my world are like me, super ambitious. They want all the things. They have many goals, big goals at the same time. So they just don't want just one thing. They want usually multiple
mm-hmm,
things. And when we look at, do we have capacity for all of them at the same time?
mm,
And then the answer is usually no. But for
mm-hmm,
them, it's very hard to choose. So they rebel against prioritizing, they rebel against maybe even pausing certain goals or dreams for now. And because of that, they constantly stay stagnant. Like they're not
mm-hmm,
unsuccessful because they make money and they have a beautiful business, but they never get to the place where they want to because of wanting too much, and their body cannot sustain that too much at right now. So it can be they don't have enough energy. It can be they have people that they have to take care of, so they don't have enough space and mental space, and it's just not possible. Or they've never run the numbers. They like
Mhm.
I remember I had a client who wanted a 10K cash month, and when I looked at all the things that she's doing, like all the other, like I think she had a part-time job and stuff, and I was like, with your prices, with your offer right now, and how much physical time you have available, it's not possible. It's not literally not possible for you to make 10K cash month because you wouldn't be able to fulfill that just by meeting your client. You just didn't have enough time in the day. So I'm like, have you run the numbers? Like that's not possible. It's not like it's not possible for you. Like, oh, I could never use. Right now, it's not possible. You're gonna have to either have a smaller money goal or ditch your job or change your offer, or like there's certain things we need to change first before that goal becomes our focal point. So, and a lot of women don't run these numbers. They just pick a number that they want to go, and then they upset it's not going to manifest. And it's like, well, that's why it's not manifesting. It has nothing to do with your worth, or it has nothing to do with your manifestation powers. It's just like not feasible, and your body will always protect you, will always put a break on things. If, for example, and I know because I think you're the same, if you want freedom but you also want lots of money, a lot
Mhm.
of the time you're probably going to get the freedom and not the money, because that means your freedom is more important than money.
Mhm.
So if you feel like you're in a cage by your clients because you have too many meetings, or you're too tired and you feel like you don't have your freedom anymore, you're going to repel clients, because freedom is number one.
Mhm.
Money is second or third or whatever. It's not your main priority. So that was
Mhm.
for me. And I had to accept that. I was like, I had to find a way to create my life so that I still make good money, but I don't lose my freedom with my limited capacity. So I had another big problem. I also had the limited capacity because I was sick, and I was also taking care of my husband who's been sick for 10 years. So I had so little resource, and I wanted such big things. It's like, how is that possible? And it is possible. It's just that it's a lot of missing pieces that I had to put together to make it possible for me in my specific. That's why I hate when people take advice from people who have no problems of,
Mhm.
big problems. Like, for example, if there's a single woman making millions, but she doesn't have to care, she doesn't have kids, she doesn't have anybody sick in her house, she's doing whatever she wants, or she has a husband who takes care of all the bills, and then of course she's gonna have more courage and she's gonna take bigger risks, of course. But you cannot compare that with a single mom who takes care of kids, who doesn't have anybody supporting her, who maybe is in debt. She cannot take the same risks. But people
Mhm.
feel like, oh, I'm not good enough. I should be taking more risk. I should be more courageous. I should be. And the answer is no, you should not, because that's only going to make your nervous system worse, because you're not in a stable environment. You have way limited capacity. You have way less certainty in your life and around you. So you're going to have to take smaller steps until you reach a point where you can take bigger steps. So that's my point of view. That's my philosophy, because I did that. I shamed myself and guilt tripped myself that I'm not courageous enough and am I, ambitious enough and whatever, because I compared myself to people who had completely different lifestyle than me.
Mhm.
And good for them. Like, I'm happy for them. They didn't have as many problems. We didn't start at the same, starting point, but we can all end up there. We just have to take very different routes, very different routes.
Yeah.
Does it make sense so far?
Mhm. Mhm.
So the first thing that I do with everybody is a somatic practice. That's we're prepping the body to feel safe to release, because when we do very deep releases, our body might rebel against it because it doesn't feel dangerous, doesn't want to go in all the other levels. So that's why we're starting with the somatic practice. And in your case, which I think, again, my whole business is based on this problem. So again, how many people do you think have this problem? Like, lots of
Mhm.
people have this problem. If we were to pick a thing to release somatically, I think it would be, um, I'm afraid to give it my all. Would that be a thing? I'm afraid to be disappointed. I'm afraid to do my best, or something like that in this.
I'm just gonna feel that for a second and see which one.
Hmm. And while you do that, I'm gonna have to find my charger because my phone is gonna die soon. So
No
hold
worry,
on.
that's fine.
Have you found it?
I'm not 100% sure yet. I don't know if any of those feel quite right. Um,
Okay. What does it?
I'm
I
not,
just
I'm
gave you
not,
an.
I'm not sure yet. I think I need to kind of work it out with you. So I don't know if it's maybe something like I'm scared it's not going to work out, or I'm scared it's not going to be as good as I want it to be, like something like that, I think.
Hmm. I'm scared it's not gonna work out. I think that's a very good one. I'm
Okay.
scared it's not gonna work out. Okay. Oh, such a common fear for me too. So
We'll do it together.
exactly. Let's all do it together. So everybody who has a fear around things not working out, may it be money, may it be health, may it be fitness wise, whatever it is, let's release some of it right now somatically from our bodies. So I want you to close your eyes and sit comfortably and focus on your breathing in through the nose and out through your mouth. I'm just going to write it down. And as you breathe, I just want you to slowly scan your body from head to toe. Just scan it for any tension. Some people might see colors. Some people might feel pain. Just allow it to be there. I don't want you to change it. I don't want you to force anything. Just observe where there's tension. You can breathe into it with no expectation of it to change. It's not bad, it's not good, it just is there and we just allow it to be. And as you scan your body, I want you to feel or observe how does it feel to know that you are unconditionally supported right now because the chair that you're sitting on supports you unconditionally. Doesn't care if you've made money today or if you've been a good girl, or if you've been a bad person, or if you've eaten the right things today, or if you had some more sweets than you're used to, or if you had too much coffee. The chair doesn't care. The chair will offer you the exact same amount of support, no matter what you've done, who you are, or what you want. And that's the definition of unconditional support. I'm just here for you whenever you need me. And it doesn't matter how much you use me, I'm still going to be here because the chair will not manipulate you and be like, oh my God, if you don't use me 8 hours a day, you're a bad person. Or if you use me too much, you're a bad person. Like the chair is just there for you, just for you. You can choose, always in control. Choose to use it, choose not to use it, how long you use it. And if you don't like the chair anymore, you can change it. You can buy a different chair. You're always in control. So I want your body to absorb how does it feel. You're always in control and you're always supported unconditionally. And it's around you already. This is not a make believe exercise. This is not something that we're pretending that we have. This is a real example. You're sitting on it. You already have it. And you have it in many aspects of your life. So, how does it feel? Allow your body to get used to this feeling, get used to this vibration, and breathe in through the nose and out through your mouth. And as your body is prepped and ready, I want you to think, when was the first time, your first memory that comes to your mind is the best, where you've ever felt or was afraid of that things won't work out for you. And there was a big part of you that believed that. Like that was a real thing. Like 90% things this won't work out for me. Not 10%, like 90%. And I want you to bring this memory to an imaginative table in front of us. So you're going to imagine this big, beautiful table. You're going to decorate it, put flowers, drinks, food, balloons, candles, lights, decorate it as you want it to be. And allow this memory to be here, just like it would be a person. Allow it to join our table. And now allow all the memories where you thought that things won't work out. Invite them all at the table and allow them to be here with us. And I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. You can just tell me when the memories stop coming. You just can let me know. But until then, just invite them, allow them. And everybody who's watching, you can do the same.
Okay.
And now I want you to invite all the people from all these memories to join the table as well, individually. And it can also mean versions of you from different ages.
Okay.
And now I want you to invite all the thoughts that you had throughout these memories. Usually it would be the same, repeating themselves. So it would be a few major thoughts that you usually had during those memories. So invite each thought individually like it would be a person. Maybe thoughts like, this is not possible, nobody ever did it, I don't know anybody who did it, I'm crazy for thinking it would be possible.
Okay.
And now invite all the emotions and feelings that you've had throughout these memories.
Okay.
And now invite the need to control, the need to be controlled, the need to be safe, the need to be the rebel, the need to be the pleaser, the need to be unique, the need to be like everybody else, the need to stand out, That would be it. Is the table full?
They need to fit in as well.
They need to fit in. Awesome. Is now the table full?
Yeah.
And now I'm going to ask you three questions. For the first two, the answer is yes or no, whatever comes first. They both work. For the last question, the answer is now. So here's the first. As you look around this table, could you, just for now, let all of these people go and disappear into the light?
No.
Would you? Yes or no?
No.
When? And the answer is now.
Now?
And again, if it were easy, could you let some of these people go and disappear into the light?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.
When?
Now?
If it were easy, could you let more of these people go and disappear into the light?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.
When?
Now?
If it were safe, could you let them all go and disappear into the light?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.
When?
Now?
Can you let them all go for good?
Mm, no.
Would you let them all
No.
go for good? When?
No. Now?
How many people are still at your table?
5?
Okay. Can you tell me who they are?
I'm just thinking that if it's like my loved ones, like when you're saying let them go, it doesn't feel
hmm
right.
Okay, so when that happens, uh, it's because we have an attachment. There's an attachment of pain. Like if I let you go, I'm gonna lose you forever, something like that. So I cannot do that. But when we let our loved ones go, we free them and they free us. So whatever cords there are between us, that it's not necessarily a healthy attachment because when you love somebody, you let them go. Like they're here not because they're attached to you, they're here because they want to be with you. There's a difference. But when we have attachment, we're here because we depend on each other. We're here because we need each other. And it's a very weird energy between us.
Mm,
So that's why you're afraid of letting them go. They're not going anywhere. It's not like they're going to disappear from your life or they're going to die. It's nothing like that. It's just that there's something between you and them that feeds something. Either
mm,
it feeds them or it feeds you. It depends on each relationship. And
mm-hmm,
that's why you cannot let them go because that attachment has not been yet resolved, has not been yet processed. So there's a real situation here. It's not like you cannot do it because whatever. Like you cannot do it because there's something there that you have to integrate. Would you like to take a look at that now?
yeah, sure.
So tell me who's at the table.
My grandma who just passed away.
Oh, condolences.
Um, my sister. I think my mum and my dad.
Anybody else?
No.
Okay. So then we look at your grandma. I want you to look at her and ask her, why are you still here?
I feel like she just said, "'Cause I love you."
hmm Ask her, is there anything, is there a message that you need to tell me? That's why you're here? So ask her to tell it to you and allow it to happen. Be there, listen, and let me know when it's done.
Yeah, she just said you're gonna be okay.
Oh, thank you, Grandma. Is there anything else she wants to say?
Just that she loves me and that was an amazing granddaughter.
Oh, is there anything you want to tell her? You don't have to share it with us. You can just say to her in your mind if there's anything that was left unspoken between you two.
Luckily, there was nothing left unspoken, but I still said something to her.
Awesome. Does she feel safe to leave now?
Yeah,
Okay. Now look towards your sister and ask her why is she still here?
she said, because you need me,
And ask her why do I need you?
because I'm the one that you go to.
Okay. Go to for what? What do you need from her?
I just go to her for everything. She goes to me for everything too. But I feel like I go to her more.
hmm hmm Okay. So, hmm, would you like to go to her and she will continue to support you, but not from a place of lack, but from a place of I can support myself, but I love when you do it too because it's easier. Because it's like, it's like it's like I don't need you to feed me. I can feed myself, but it's nice when you do it too because I feel more loved this way, or I feel like a break, or I feel like something like that. But it's not like I couldn't do it for myself. It's not like I'm lacking. It's like I don't know how to. Does it make
Mhm.
sense?
I think it is like that most of the time, but I think in moments where I maybe like really haven't felt good, it probably is a little bit like I
hmm
need you.
hmm Yeah, so I want you to observe if there's any cord between you and her that comes from this need of being saved or need of being like the lack. There's a lack part.
Yeah, there definitely is a little bit in those moments, maybe
hmm
like
So,
where you feel your lowest.
so if you want to, on an exhale, you can cut the cords between you and her that are connected to this need. I don't need your support. I want your support. I don't need your love. I want your love. And you're free to give it to me or not. I will still love you no matter what. But I
Yeah.
don't need you. There's no this need, attachment that if you don't, then I'm gonna break, or if you don't, I cannot support myself, or if you don't, our relationship will break. Like there's nothing like that.
hmm
So if you're ready, on an exhale, cut those cords. Does she feel safe to leave now?
Yeah.
And now look towards your mom and dad and ask them why are they still here?
I think it's to do with like I'm really close to my mom and dad still, but I think it's just like to do with like growing up and like, you know, moments where I was triggered and things like that.
Mhm. And why are they here then? Do they protect you? Do they help you? Do you need them?
Um, I think it's probably just cutting that cord to like anything unhelpful, like from childhood or like for my inner child, cutting that cord to anything that is unhelpful and feeds any internalized like limiting beliefs.
This is a lot to swallow, so we're going to have to be more clear because it can be too much. And if it's not clear, it cannot be released. So if
Okay.
you were to pick one thing, you can even ask your parents for specific, like, why are you still here specifically right now?
Okay. They just said let go of like the past and him holding you back.
Okay. Can you do that? Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so then I want you to imagine behind you, there's this big sack filled with the past, like all the memories, all the hurts, all the emotions, all the thoughts, all the patterns. They're all in this big sack, and it's heavy, and you've been dragging it around your whole life. It constantly got heavier and heavier as you lived life, and things were not processed and released at their appropriate time. And now you can put down that sack. You can open it up, and you can allow all the past experiences to be out. They will get out by themselves. They will go into the light because they want to. They don't want to stay behind. Is it happening? Can you see the sack being opened and the things flowing and disappearing under your eyes?
Yeah.
Just let me know when they're done.
Okay. Okay.
How does it feel now?
Lighter.
Are your parents ready to go or do they still need something?
No, they're ready to go.
Okay, allow them and tell me when the table is empty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Awesome. So now, before we go into the deeper release, I want you to tell me if there's any conclusion or anything that came out of this exercise regarding maybe the I'm afraid it won't work out. Like when you think now about this, I'm afraid it won't work out. Has anything shifted or changed or became clearer?
Mm, I think it's probably about spending less time in my head and more time just taking action, which I do, but I think I need to do more
Why?
because that's the only way that things are going to get done by is by doing them.
True. Or what if there wouldn't be this pressure? What if there was more trust without control? Because right now you're kind of pushing yourself and kind of guilt tripping yourself as you should do more.
Mm.
Because if you do more, you're going to get more. So do more. And
Mm-hmm.
if on the days when you won't be able to do more for whatever reason, you're going to feel like shit and you're going to feel guilty and you're going to feel deserving of the results that you don't have because you didn't do more.
I think it's about which is I've been trying to do this, but I think it's about rather than feeling pressure to do it, just like not overthinking it. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
if I do something and then I don't do it again, like I'm thinking about content 'cause that's always the thing that comes up for me. So like I post content and then I don't do it again for a week. Like it's okay. But like trying because if I try and not overthink about it and just do it,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't need to be like pressured. It can just not be like it doesn't need to be like a big thing.
Okay,
Is the
that's
way I
great.
think
So
about
if
it.
we were to think about how can we put this in a simple sentence? I'm afraid, or I'm af I always overthink, I'm afraid, I always worry, or I always doubt, or what would be the fear?
Mm,
Maybe without certainty, I cannot act, I cannot do more.
mm, I think it comes again to like I'm scared that I'm inconsistent.
I'm scared I'm inconsistent. So if I'm not consistent, I won't get the result that I want.
Yeah.
Okay. But it doesn't feel like it's that active in you. It's a good one, but I don't feel like that's your biggest problem right now, if that makes sense. Because I feel you could totally be consistent. It's not necessarily a problem. The problem is what's behind that.
Mm,
I need certainty in order to be consistent.
I think there's something deeper. It's like I don't think it comes down to like the feeling happy, feeling fulfilled again.
Hmm.
Like I know that no one's always happy and I'm like a pretty happy person, but I think like it just comes down to like deep fears of like will I ever feel like really happy with life?
Okay.
It's
So
very
the fear,
complex.
so if we were to name the fear here, I'm afraid I will never be as happy as I know I can,
Maybe.
or as fulfilled as I know I can, or I'm afraid I'm never gonna live my ideal life.
I think it's like that, yeah. I think I'm scared that I'm not going to live this life that I see for myself,
Hmm.
even though I'm already living it, but it's not quite, not everything's quite what I'm wanting it to be, and I'm kind of scared that it's not going to be.
Ah, perfect. See, after an hour, we finally figure it out. That's the problem. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, you're gonna keep your eyes closed. I can take you with me. I'm gonna enter this theta brainwave where I can see all the things and I can check all the things. And I'm gonna ask for your permission every time I do any change, so you can be in control. If you don't want something, you say no. If you say yes, then I go ahead and do it. Um, and yeah, we're gonna see what comes up. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so and I'm gonna yawn a lot because that's how I move energy. So that's what's gonna happen.
No problem.
So Creator, take me into unconditional love, compassion, and truth in the seventh plane of existence. Callie, do you give me permission to work on your energy?
Yeah.
So Creator, please bring Callie here with us. Is she here? You're kind of far away. It's okay for you to come closer.
Mhm.
Okay, now it's good. So, Creator, does Callie have this fear that she's never gonna live the life that she envisions for herself? Yes. Okay. So, Creator, I command that you release this fear on all levels and all aspects of her life now and forever. And also identify the root cause of this fear. Is just one root cause? Yes. And everything that's connected to this root cause, may it be other blocks, other fears, other behaviors, other bacteria or viruses, other patterns, energies, imprints, and release them and cancel them and send them into God's love and light too, now and forever. And replace all of this with the divine perspective over the situation. So, how does it live? How does it feel to live your life knowing with certainty that everything that you want is here, everything that you want is possible, is probable. It's just a matter of living life and expecting what you want as you live life in the now. So creator, download into Callie and also into me, because I also need this. How does it feel to have certainty over your future? How does it feel to have trust, 1000% trust in yourself, life, God, creator, source, that it's okay to enjoy the now, enjoy everything that's in the present moment, knowing for sure that the future is being created exactly how you want it, not necessarily with the same specifics, because life is here to be lived, but even better. And even when the contrast happens, which it will, that's not evidence of the future that you want not being possible. That's only a test to make you become the person who has the future that you envision for yourself. So imagine this college where you get to do all these types of tests in order for you to be able to graduate. And some tests are harder than others. Some you pass super fast, some you don't, and you have to retake them over and over again, and that's okay. You just study better and you just anticipate better and you just become the person who can ace that test, and that's it. And you can pass the test with worry and stress and constant fear, or you can enjoy every day as you're studying for the test, as you're because you know that no matter what, I will still pass the test eventually. And there's no reason for me to not enjoy my now just because I might not pass the test. Even if I don't, I will, life will give me another opportunity to pass it again. So no problem there. I don't need to control that. Eventually, I will pass it. So, Callie, is that okay with you?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. So, Creator, show me, was this belief and the root cause and everything connected to it released from Callie's core level? Yes. Was it released from Callie's DNA level? No. Okay. Where is it stuck? Is it stuck on her father's side? Yes. How many generations? 3. Okay. Do we need to know why? No. So, Creator, I command that you send unconditional love, compassion, forgiveness, and awareness to all the people on the father's side who have passed down this belief. They did the best they could. That was the only thing that motivated them to have more, and we're grateful for that, and we love them for that, and we thank them for that. But there's no longer a need for that to happen. We know how to live our life without this belief, and we're happy to do so. And if they want to and they feel safe releasing it too, may it be released from them as well. Is that okay with you, Callie?
Yeah.
Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. So, Creator, show me. Was the belief released now from Callie's DNA? Yes. Was it released from Callie's past life level? Yes. Was it released from Callie's soul level? No. Is it a curse? No. Is it a vow? Yes. A promise? Yes. A commitment? No. Okay, the vow and the promise, were they done in this lifetime? Yes. Do we need to know at what age? Yes. What age were they done? Was the age 7? Okay. Did something happen that you can remember, Callie, at around the age of 7 that might have made you not trust your future?
Mm, not that I can think of. No.
Okay, no problem. Creator, do we need to know the exact situation where Callie vowed or made a promise to herself? Okay, the answer is yes. So, Creator, show me the memory. Show me what happened. Why do we need to know this? So, it's connected to a dog. Did you have a dog when you were 7?
No, I never had a dog. I always wanted a dog, but my friend, one of my best friends had a dog that I was really close to.
Okay, because I see a dog. I see you playing with a dog. It's a bigger dog, not a small dog.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Okay, creator, what's the thing here with a dog? Is it connected to her desire to have a dog and never getting a dog? Okay. So what did she promise
Mhm.
herself back then? Okay, so you made a promise and a vow that somehow you could never trust your future because you never get what you want or something like that. Okay, so Creator, I commanded you send unconditional love, compassion, and forgiveness to all the people, I'm guessing parents in this case, that Callie didn't trust, that made her not trust her future because she didn't get what she really, really wanted and she was confused about that. So then she created this promise and this vow, and may you cancel this vow and this promise and send it into God's love and light, and may her be free of that because now she's in control and she can give herself everything that she wants and she can trust that God, life source, will co-create everything with her in divine timing. And there's no need to control, there's no need to fear, there's no need to worry because things always happen in the end. And if it didn't happen yet, it's just not the end for them. Is that okay with you, Callie?
Yeah.
Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. So, Creator, show me. Where's the belief released now from Callie's soul level? Yes. Was it released from Callie's energy grid? No. Where is it stuck? Is it stuck in the chakras? Yes. Is it stuck in the meridians? No. Okay. Which chakra? The third chakra, solar plexus? Yes. Any other chakra? No. Okay. So, Creator, I commanded you. Um, let me see. So I can see that your solar plexus chakra doesn't even want to be cleared. It shows me to stay away from it. It shows me like a closed door. Do not go in here.
Mhm.
Um, let's see, creator. Is it anything that I can do right now for Callie's solar plexus chakra? No. Is it something that she can do? Yes. What can I suggest her do? Okay, so it shows me that it's connected to your inner power, but it's something that it's not safe to be done publicly right now. So we can discuss about it in private if you want. So I'm
Okay.
not gonna bother that.
Okay.
Okay, so creator, besides this chakra, is there anything I can do on this level? No. Okay, then let's move on. Creator, the belief, was it released from Callie's nervous system? Yes. Was it released from Callie's cells? Yes. Was it released from Callie's organs? No. Okay, which organs are still stuck? Is it her lungs? Yes. Any other organ besides the lungs? No. Okay, I can see it's your right lung. Creator, is there a physical problem with her right lung? No. Is there an emotional problem? Yes. Is that grief? Yes. Is that grief for her grandma? Yes. Is there anything I can do to soothe that or help that? Okay, it already happened. Or it's already released. So, Creator, show me now where the block released from Callie's lungs. Okay, yes. Were the blocks released from Callie's tissues? Yes. Were the blocks released from Callie's subconscious? No. Why not? What's holding you there? I'm not ready yet. Okay, Creator, what can we do about that? Creator, I command that you install into Callie on all levels, especially subconscious. How does it feel to be ready? How does it feel to be ready to step into a new version of yourself? That it's safe to do that, that you know how to do that you can do it with freedom and joy and excitement and relaxation and ease. Is that okay with you, Callie?
Yeah.
Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Creator, show me where the beliefs now released from Callie's subconscious. Yes. Besides that solar plexus chakra, were they released from everywhere, all the levels? Yes. So, Callie, me being in this state, do you want to ask me anything?
Um, maybe like what is coming for me in the next year, like what's gonna happen would be the
Okay,
only
so
thing.
when we ask for future inputs,
Mm,
uh, we can only see based on who you are in this second.
okay.
But if tomorrow you make any decision, the future changes.
Mm,
So the future changes consistently. You can switch timelines, you can do all these things. So it's never reliable because you can decide something else. Like if you go on autopilot, then this would be the future that I would see for you. If we don't go on autopilot and you make, even if you change what you're going to eat tomorrow consciously, instead of going on what you normally eat or what you would normally eat, that will change the future, if it makes sense.
mm. I think maybe what I would ask then, what guidance is there for me for now and going forward?
Can you repeat that again?
What guidance is there for me now
Mhm.
and going forward?
So, creator, is there anything we can share with Callie? Any guidance? What do you need guidance towards your life, towards your business, towards a specific area?
Mm, like my business, anything in general.
Okay. So, creator, you heard her. What is the any guidance, any message? So the the message is you're thinking too much,
Yeah.
you're putting too much pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, find ways to it's not soothe, is take the cap off. Like it's like I see you like in this pressure cooker. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
can you find ways to take the lid off the pressure cooker so the pressure can get out? Because when you do that, then there's more ease. You allow
Mm-hmm.
more ease to come in. And I feel like there's a shift in identity from being in control because it's
Mm-hmm.
not safe. Otherwise, there's nobody supporting you, kind of, like the future, God, source, all these things, life supporting you. So that's why you need to be in control and push yourself and take action. And the identity of allowing, taking action, but not controlling the result, not controlling when, not controlling how, taking action that comes from, uh, I'm excited to do this. I want to do this. Like what we talked in the beginning, like creating systems and having consistency and finding ways for it not to be boring, like we can still find joy somehow. Or there's a way to do that for sure with everything and without needing, to push yourself. It's not like, oh my God, if I don't do it, something bad will happen. I don't do it, I'm gonna be guilty of not having the results that I want.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the place to work at. But especially from a physical perspective, find ways to release the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
That can be taking a bath, whatever. Like you're gonna figure it out for you how
Mm-hmm.
to do that. Creator, is there any other message for Callie? No. Anything else, Callie, you want to ask?
Mm, I think I'd like to ask if I'm gonna move to a new house and if there's any information about that, please.
So, creator, is Callie gonna move into a new house? Yes. Let's see. When? This month? No. Next month? Yes. Anything else?
Maybe a little bit more information on that, please.
Okay, creator. Is this how, like, do you want to know if you're gonna live abroad or you're gonna live in a specific city?
Just if anything kind of comes through, like if it would be in the city or in the country.
So, creator, would this house be in the country? No. Would it be in the city? Yes.
Okay, and last question, is it a house that I know already?
Creator, is it a house that do you mean grew up in?
I just mean like, is it a house that I've been in before or not?
Creator, is this house that she's gonna move into a house where she's been into? Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so creator, I command that you now unlock our energies. So I want you, Kelly, to imagine that we're coming down from the sky. And I want you to wash yourself in all the light. Imagine yourself taking a shower now and washing yourself from all the energies that we encountered. I'm going to do the same for me. And as we're coming down, I want you to enter your body through your crown chakra and then go into the middle of the earth and come back into your heart chakra. And whenever you feel ready, you can open your eyes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How was it?
Yeah, it was really, really cool. Loved it.
Did you
Yeah.
have any images or feelings or stuff as we were doing this?
Mm, it's kind of hard to like tell. Like I was like fully aware, but I think I was in a bit of a trance state, so it's weird. It's like I remember what was going on, but almost kind of don't.
I
Yeah.
know what you mean.
Yeah, I was seeing when you were like saying about the table and stuff, I was visualizing it all. I think I was just kind of visualizing everything you were saying as well. Like when you were saying like find ways to release the pressure, I was like thinking about myself and things like that. So yeah, I was just kind of visualizing everything, I think.
hmm You're a very nice person to work with because I can see you've done a lot of work on yourself. So then you're like butter, when you work with
Mm.
butter and it's like so easy, you can just do
Yeah,
it, go and it's like, so effortless. I love it. So yeah, I loved working on you and with you.
thank
And with
you.
our ending, I want you to tell us what are you promoting right now? What can people buy from you? What are you selling right now?
Ways to do coaching work with me would be one to one, which is my main offering. So most of the people that's worked with me have done one to one, and it's like it's hard to put it into words what it's like to have me as your coach. And I always direct people to my podcast episodes where I interview past clients because it gives them a little bit of a snippet of what it's like. But working one to one coaching would be the main thing. And yeah, it'll just change your whole life and blow your mind, basically, is all I'll say. And then if people aren't quite ready for that commitment to themselves, they can do my course. So I've made a course which basically is completely unique. It's a whole like mashup of topics that I think everyone needs to do, based on everyone I speak to, clients, friends, everyone, strangers. It's got like over 60 lessons and it's very layered. So that would be if someone wants to work with me but they're a little bit not quite ready to start with the coaching, I would suggest doing the course. Yeah.
Awesome. So everybody who's watching, if you're looking for a life coach who can help you with your image, self-image, with your body image, with your people-pleasing tendencies, definitely go to Callie and check her out, DM her, talk to her, and see what program would be perfect for you to get started with.
Thank you so much for everything that you've done today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. And for everybody else who wants to do this kind of work with me, we do this in every session. So a session with me looks like usually women come to me because they want to make more money in their life, in their business, and they want to do it in a way that's consistent, just like we talked about, in a way that's simple and easy and fun and not like pushing and I have to do it and it's controlling. Like they're done with that. Like they've done that. They come to me and we look at capacity, as I mentioned, like we look at all parts and we kind of grade that and we create a plan to increase our capacity. So how do we increase it? Well, we move things around. Like one of my clients had to give up certain things that she was doing in her business because it wasn't making her money. So why do it? Just so you're busy, but you don't have to be busy with that. Be busy with other things that are actually fueling you up. Um, we create systems for her lead tracking for a lot of things that she never had. So of course it felt like, oh my God, I don't know where the money is coming from, or I don't know how, or she couldn't track how good she was doing because she never had that. So we had to
Mhm.
create those. We also release all the fears that come up because they always come up. Like as you live life and do things, you're gonna be triggered. You're gonna have fears, you're gonna have doubts. They bring it to me and then we release them. So then they feel ah, able to go out there and live more life and have other fears and come back to me and so on. And we like we always hit our goals. Like in 6 months with my clients, I always hit our money goals. And usually it's around 10K cash months or more, depending on where we're starting from. So with certain clients, if I start at the very low end, of course, we're gonna have our first goal be pay all our bills and have savings and have a cushion, whatever that means. It can be 6K or 8K monthly consistently. And then we go to 10K and then we go to 15K or 20K. It depends on when we're starting from. So that's why I have customize free calls with every person who wants to do this call with me, where I literally diagnose your life and business. And I look at your capacity, your money vibe, your money blocks, and we create a plan together in that session. Even if it's free, I give you a plan of what I would work with. If I were to work with you, you can implement that by yourself. You can implement it with me. And yeah, so if that seems like you, DM me and let's talk, and we can book that session right away.
Sounds amazing. And
Thank you.
yeah, I can vouch for like when you were working on me, I could feel like when you were doing releasing, I could feel like it releasing and feeling lighter. So yeah, I really love the way that you work and you've got a beautiful energy as well.
Oh, thank you. And keep me posted because we released this. Your reality shifted. Now, you're going to notice it in either a couple of days or a week or even 2 weeks. Sometimes, even for me, it takes a week if I'm working on big things, like big patterns of mine. And then it just hits me. And I'm just like, oh my God, I don't think that way. Oh my God, I don't feel that way anymore. And it feels so foreign because I don't recognize that. I'm like, did I used to think that way? Like, really? I don't think so. And then my best friend and my husband are like, yes, you did. Like, yeah, you that was who you were. So
Hmm.
keep me posted on what changes, what manifests in your life. For example, last week I really wanted to release on myself something about masculine energy and being more supported, and not me having to be the masculine energy. And then my dad, who hadn't sent me money in years, sent me money twice with like
Mm,
no message, no nothing. I was like, wow.
yeah,
I felt like that was like an instant manifestation of what I worked on like 2 days before. So
yeah,
keep me posted with your manifestation.
I definitely will. I love when that happens. Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens from it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, thank you. And for everybody, see you next week. Bye.
Bye.